Hello everyone, my name is Brian De Silva and welcome to the Keys to Trackit Success, how to troubleshoot notifications not going out of Trackit video. This video we will demonstrate how to fix the notifications not going out of Trackit, and we'll take a look at the various scenarios where this issue can occur. So let's get started. So here are some known issues why notifications stop working. Firstly, it could be the outgoing email configuration. Second, the automated schedule for work order events having various errors in there. Event policy configurations being incorrect, email addresses associated with the requester or the assigned technician being incorrect, huge notes and attachments to the work order that can cause this problem, and finally some database timeouts or other errors that could occur in the database that can cause the notifications to stop working. So let's take a look at each one of these known issues. So firstly, check your outgoing email configuration. Make sure your SMTP server information is correct in there, and SMTP requires authentication is checked, and you have the correct username and password in there. Then click on the send test email and see if the test email is received at your end. If you do not receive the email, the send test email generates an error. We need to further troubleshoot that error. So moving on, check the automated schedule for work order events. So in here you can see that the scheduler is turned on and we have a lot of errors in the logs. So open the logs and check the error messages in there. Based on the error messages, we need to further troubleshoot what the problem is over there. Next, make sure that an event policy is associated to a work order. If you open the work order in the classification and schedule tab, down there you'll see the event policy that is associated with that work order. Open that event policy and make sure that the configure notification window is configured. For example, if you see in this screen, the new work order and work order close notification is configured for the default event policy. Make sure that the policy is also enabled before we move on. Next, make sure that you have an email address associated with the requester or the technician. Sometimes the email address is not configured for the requester or the technician, and hence Trackit never generates the email notification for that work order. So moving on, a huge number of notes or characters in the work order can also cause the notification not being sent out. Also, if there is a large attachment or the total number of attachments to a work order is very large, the notification can not be triggered. Make sure that we don't have this option, and make sure that you disable the include attachment option so that it does not attach the attachments on every notification that is being sent out. And lastly, we're going to talk about database timeouts and other errors. So go to the Trackit server and open this directory C Windows temp and locate the Trackit service management.log file. Open this log file and look for the time around the notification was supposed to be sent out. If you see some database timeouts or other errors, it's most likely that your notifications are queuing up in the Trackit database. We need to free this queue so that your Trackit notifications are restarted and you fix this problem. So next, let's move on to the Trackit application server, and first thing we need to do is stop the Trackit service management service. So go ahead and stop the Trackit service management service. Next, we need to launch the SQL Server Management Studio and connect to your Trackit database. Once connected, open a new query window or right click on the Trackit database and select new query. Also make sure that you're executing the queries on the right Trackit database from this available list of databases. Okay, let's talk about some of the queries that you will be executing. The first query will give you the count of the backlog or the number of pending notifications in the database. Now in your environment, this number could be really high because the notifications are being queued up in your Trackit DB. So we are going to trick the system and set the status of these notifications such that we tell the system that these notifications have already been sent out. Now this is necessary so that we remove the backlog and reset the notification queue. Note that this does not mean that your notifications will actually be sent out. All these pending notifications or backlog notifications will simply be changing statuses from pending to sent out in the database. So for that, you need to execute the second query. This will update some rows in your environment. And next, execute the third query. The third query will remove or delete all notifications from the notification queue. Next step would be to go ahead and start the Trackit Service Management service. At this point, your Trackit notifications should resume and you should start receiving new notifications from new work orders. You can also visit the bmc.com/support website and refer to the article How to Troubleshoot Notifications Not Going Out of Trackit for further details. I hope this video was helpful in fixing the notifications problem in Trackit. Thank you for watching.